Good day, everyone. It's Myrdith Leon-McCormack, Worldwide Magazine, with another. He doesn't want to think he's a celebrity, but he is a celebrity. He's a celebrity in the wedding industry. Guys, please bear with us. Internet is janky, but we're going to make this work. Tomas De Bruyne.
Well, almost. Let's keep it on Thomas. Thomas is okay. I know it's like De Bruyne. It's a very difficult name to pronounce, but it's not about the name. It's about the content. So let's talk about the
Mm.
content of Thomas De Bruyne today.
Please. So tell me the name of the company and how long have you been doing this?
Okay. Name of the company to make it easy. Again, Thomas De Bruyne. Because you know what? I do believe if you have a company, it's about you. Not that I want to be all, it's not all about me, but the brand and so on, it really helps. Because I do believe that people are reaching out for personalities, for brands, and for what is behind the brand. So that's why from the start, it's like 20 years ago, I had a vision. Let's go for Thomas De Bruyne BV. How many years? Well, I started my company almost like 20 years ago, but I started with flowers 35 years ago. So I practiced a little bit 15
Wow.
years with somebody else. Then after 15 years, I said, no, well, let's start an own company. Yeah.
That's fantastic. But when did you know you had this gift?
I knew from when I was like 2 or 4 years old, young, that I had a creative gift. And creativity is not about the medium. I
Mhm.
I met my first love, and I married her, by the way, was a daughter of a florist. So she
Wow.
introduced me to a medium called flowers. And then I saw the potential working with that medium, showing, well, experiencing, feeling that medium. And I've always say, imagine he was a daughter of a painter or a sculptor. I will be sculpting now, or I will be painting now. So she is a little bit my muse. So that's why I got into it. And I got such a good feeling working with, can you imagine a better medium?
It's amazing.
Colors, shapes, forms, size, name it. It's all there.
That's amazing. It's nice. And you're still married to this wonderful woman that inspired your whole career.
That's another story.
That's the other show, right?
Well, I can say it in short. Okay, I can say it in short. So yes, I've been married with her like for 13 years. But what was happening is I was growing. I was in the ambition was growing, the passion was growing.
Hmm.
I went worldwide. And she loved working more within the little city, within the little people, not the little bit,
Mm.
sorry, within the little city, I mean, with people very under the church, right? By saying like this. And I went global. I went to the World Championships. I won the European, well, I went to Belgian Championships and so on. I was giving lectures in Japan. And so I was, my mind, and a stretched mind can never go back to its origin. So my
Yeah,
mind was so stretching and it kind of we lost each other, but we're still friends. That's not the issue.
that's the
Um,
beautiful part.
yeah, no, and we respected each other. So we went and said, okay, it's better to go on its own way. You go that way, I go that way, and then yeah, and sometimes in life you have to make decisions.
Absolutely, absolutely. But the thing about that I find interesting is because of her, you were inspired to get into the industry, but yet you still respect each other. Where did you find your balance in this whole scheme of things?
The balance in the relationship or the balance in what?
In family and in business, because this is one of the challenges that entrepreneurs have, especially in our field.
That is so correct. And it's not only you do it, it's actually I need a balance between four items. So
Wow.
yes, I need the balance for myself. If I don't feel myself well, I you will see that in my creativity. So I need to be in condition, top condition. So I have to
Right.
be looking at myself. Sounds a little bit like ego and so on, but it's not.
No.
You have to take care of yourself. Two, sorry, yes.
No, and this is my big thing in this field that we're in. Self-care doesn't mean selfish, but you have to take care of yourself because you
So
can't
true.
pour into other people if you're not well.
Totally, totally, totally agree on the same page. Secondly, the relationship. Yes. So the relationship has to be good. Relationship is giving and taking. So it's relationship is a verb for me. So and it
Mm.
really works. Then three is then you got your social. So that means your friends, your a holiday and so on. You know, out on the
Mhm.
weekends. And then last but not least is indeed is your profession. So where do you invest your, because we only have 100% of our time. What kind of amount of percentage are you giving to your profession? And I have to admit, when I was younger, it was almost 95%. No,
I
I'm
know.
exaggerating to the profession. Now I'm exaggerating a little, but a lot of went to the profession side. So now sometimes I feel in my new relationship is like, whoa, I have to go a little bit back because there's too much going to the professional
Right.
side. I have to invest a little bit. Invest, yeah, but actually it is investing because you
It
get
is.
something in return to my relationship. Or sometimes I said I can enjoy three days on my own. Like we met each other in Istanbul. We had a
Hmm.
fantastic time, isn't it? We were like
Yes.
we were like, okay, we were networking and so on, but also we were dancing together on the dance floor and so on. So it's okay,
We had a
we're not
blast.
saying too much here, but still, you have to enjoy yourself in life. So it's
Absolutely.
always to find a kind of balance between those four elements. And
Absolutely.
it's an art
No.
for searching the right balance.
No, I love it because some people think that it's all fun for you, but then they don't realize because you make it look so good and easy, they don't realize you have a family, you have to do paperwork, you have other things to do that require your attention just as much, and that in itself can be very challenging.
But my question is to you, should they know that?
In my opinion, nowadays, I think they need to because what happens is, um, I find that clients think because they pay you, they own your time and you're on 24 hours. Or they think, well, that's an easy job. You don't need that much time to do it. No, that's not the case based on what you do, you know? So I think it's important to put the humanity in what we do for work, even when it looks fun. It is still work. And most of us have families and lives and want to live and be healthy.
That's correct. Yes. But
Yeah.
the professionals, I do agree. People should know professionally wise what it takes. And it's not only about your time, but it's also the years you develop to get on that certain point. Because sometimes you know already, you know, that little joke. I do it in a nutshell that they invited a really big company that had a problem with an engine in a ship, and the guy was working like 3, 4, 5 hours, and I said, I can't find it. He said, okay, but I know somebody who is really, really, really good. So they called him, and he was coming, and he just put with one tick with the hammer. And he said, that's here. And he said it, and then he took with the hammer, and the ship was working. And he said, okay, what's the invoice? The client said, well, the invoice is 4,000 euro. I said, what? For one click? No, it's not about the click. It's not about the hammer, but it's about the knowledge. I built it up for years and years and years. And that's something that we have to crave for.
Absolutely. And this is what I want professionals to say. This is why I do these interviews because I want people to understand you've been doing this now for what, 35 years. It didn't come overnight. There's challenges, there were good days, there were bad days, there was successes, there was mishaps, all of that. So when they pay you, when you give a rate, you're not giving a rate, oh, because the flowers only cost me $1. No. That's not
True.
what we're paying for, and I want people to understand. But now let's fast forward. You have something exciting happening now. You're working on a book.
Yeah. Well, to go back, so to make a little bridge from to the book is yes, and because what we are not selling a product. Let's be fair. We're selling added value. We're selling a service. And you pay us not for the product. If you just pay us for the product, let's go to the market. Let's buy some flowers. But can you put them together? Can you put the concept and so on together? So in here is Mike. I am very fortunate. Touch wood, everything. My clients are awesome. They're awesome. And they reach out because they know we're going to hire Thomas, not for the flowers, but sometimes they buy directly the flowers, which is okay with me. But they actually get me on board because they know I'm going to come up with a concept, a creative concept. I'm going to make a difference for them. I'm going to connect the dots.
I love that.
And the book is actually the publisher. I have like 15 books, but they are sold out now. The publisher was already asking me 5 years.
Wow.
Every year. That was like every year. And it was coming back like, okay, are you ready for the book? And I said, 5 years? No, I'm not ready. So no, not ready. I don't want. There is nothing in my body who wants to do a book. This year, I said, that's it. I'm going to have a book. And I know why afterwards. Sometimes you don't know what life gives you, but afterwards you can start to understand why life is giving you something. So in this case I made a book, yes, with nice outcomes and big installations, so on. But it's way more than that. It's way deeper. So I put the book according to the 7 laws of the Hermetic Laws.
What does that mean?
Yeah, it's a little complicated, but people who doesn't want to go that deep, it's okay. They're going to see the nice flowers and so on. But people who are open for this, they're going to see flowers, and installation has to be felt, not to be seen. So in here, my 7 chapters, like the first one is the mental universe. The mental universe is like, the designs are not coming from me. The designs are coming through me. So I'm totally open. I got inspired. I got inspired from you. I got inspired from your colleagues. I got inspired and so on. So I really like, okay, I funnel to myself and I do it. So every creation begins in a thought. So my first chapter is about that. And I'm going to show a little bit behind the scenes how that little brain works with me. But not only with me, it's like a general, I would say general. The second one is the state of flow. Nothing more beautiful, believe me, nothing more beautiful than being into the flow, because time does not exist anymore. Your own masculine femininity is gone. There is a infinite kind of joy into it. So flow is so, I can talk days about flow. It's so beautiful.
Love it.
Beautiful. The third one is the art of the imagination. Like we all know the expression from the wise man who said, from A to B, the logic will bring you from A to B, but imagination brings you everywhere, universal. Absolutely. And that is so true. Like Absolutely. Einstein, that was a smart one. And then the art of unlearning, that's my 4th chapter, is more, with all the respect for education, but education kills us. Education kills creativity. And why? Because it's so focused on outcome. It's so focused on giving information. So if you start to unlearn, you start to learn by creating by yourself, getting yourself, finding yourself process, finding how you find your creativity, how you find your inspiration and so on. But you have to go through those mental universe and so on to get on that point. If you're there, then you can start putting up your art of structure. So that means your own way of thinking. And that's interesting because then you create a signature style. Why are you so unique? Because we're all using the same flowers. But it's not about the flower. It's not about the color. It's not about the leaf. It's not about the magazine. It's like what you do with the magazine, what you do with the flowers, what you do. And like the music, we only have 7 notes. But on the end, it's not about the notes. It's how you combine and how you merge them. And that's a little bit the way you think, like the art of structure. And then the 6th one is, if you can do that, you're gonna create a emotional structure. You're gonna give it like, do you know, like sometimes you go like a window display,
Yeah.
like on Fifth Avenue, and you
Yes.
stop. You say,
It
wow,
takes your breath away.
yeah. And why is this? Because they do it in a way that, and we call it elements of principle design. It's a kind of a language design. They do it so good, with so much tension and so much beautiful like play within colors and shapes and forms.
Right.
That is the emotional. And the last one is my last one is the legacy, creating legacy. Is if you go home and the next day you have a sip of coffee and they say, "Cause yesterday I was at the Fifth Avenue and I saw that Tiffany shop, right? And still, wow, that was like
Yes.
so cool. You know what I mean?
Impressive.
Yeah. So what you do is actually you give it a feeling, you give it a personality, and
Hmm.
that's a little bit the book. So we go through those 7 elements.
Right.
I will bring you also behind the scenes. You will see pictures, but you will see also how I build it up. So for people who are open, there is so much to dive into. And it's not only about the 7 Hermetic laws. You will see it's also built on the 7 chakras, about how you work color wise. It's built on the 7 days. It's built on the 7 universes. It's built on the and so on and so on. So there's so much information in. And sometimes you know what would be the most rewarding message that I would get in the future. I said, I read your books for the first time.
Uh-huh.
Second time I opened it, it was a total different book. And the
Wow.
third time I opened it again, oh my gosh, that was not the same book like the second book. And why is this? Because you approach it and you read it with a certain consciousness. And if you do it again, your consciousness is grown and you have a bigger vision and you see and you are more open to see different things. So I do hope that it will be a book like this.
Well, I think it will be if the person that follows you and understands who you are, that you're one of the most creative, but even while being technical florists in there. I think you're bigger than just the title florist just seems a little bit small. I want to say architect,
Yeah,
the creativity comes in so many different ways and different layers and you reinvent it. But yet, one of the challenges that I know this industry has is flowers can be so wasteful. You can't always think of flowers and sustainability at the same time when there's so much, people use so much of it. What happens to it after the event is over? What do you do? And you as an architect behind this, what are some of your suggestions as to, it's not just seeing one installation and then you throw it in the garbage. You tell people how to reuse it again, correct?
yeah. But yes, and if we just have like interviews, always the people are talking about what will happen after. That's the wrong way to see it. Where will we purchase them? It all starts there. So the first element is like, who's the grower and what has the effect of the
Mm.
grower? Because, like I said, there are roses that I use, and they are grown in Africa with a company who calls Tambuzi.
Mhm.
But that person said, "Oh yeah, well you have to put them on the flight." Yes, because they are not available in Europe, right? That's
Yeah.
one, right? But that guy says, "Okay, if I fly my flowers, I'm in minus with my eco-friendly footstep, right?
Okay.
So that means I'm in minus, I don't know, minus 100.
Hmm.
So I have to do something extra. So I'm gonna put some. He has like projects with plants, with trees. He's signed with the animals and so he has a kind of, and he explained me that, and I'm
Fantastic.
happy to work
Fantastic.
with a guy like this. I actually went to his farm because I wanted to see it.
I love that.
So he's not using pesticides. He's using flies and and bugs and that eats the other bugs. And he just explained it. He even used when he put all the flowers on the tree, it melts or whatever. It composts, but he using that compost again for his new.
Right.
So it all starts there. Then also is where you buy the flowers, but also how you treat your flowers. So you can treat
Absolutely.
your flowers. You can, if you order your flowers and you need them short, do not buy the long ones.
Right.
First of all, transportation will be too expensive. It will take too much place, and so on and so on. So do know where you want to go. What
Yes.
is the purpose, right? Also, with the care and handling, is like, okay, what I do now, we're going to be doing that even in London, by the way. You are also invited, but you know that, right?
Thank you.
Um, so the flowers are coming in, but we got containers, waste containers for green waste containers. So we do already like, we sort the flowers out if we just clean them and so on. And then afterwards, yes, we give the possibility that people can come and collect the flowers.
Yes.
That is, of course, that is but sometimes it's a little bit too fairy tale, because sometimes the hotels that, okay, you've got 2 hours to have a breakdown, and then if all people coming in and they take their time, so we have to organize that, right? So in this case, what we're going to do, we're going to do it by ourselves. All the ones with the long stems, we're going to collect them and we're going to give them to a hospital. So that's
it. I love that. I love that. And that's what I want people to know, that you and your colleagues and many people in the industry are well aware about the sustainability aspect.
Definitely.
And you started from the very way it's grown, which is the responsible thing. And then building on it, letting people enjoy it, which is part of it. And then encouraging your clients donate it to a hospital, nursing home, and different aspects. But I believe that God designed it for us to enjoy. Yes, it looks like it's for one day, but if you have 200 people at your wedding, 200 people get to get bouquets of flower to go home with. I think it's fabulous. So I'm so glad you got a chance to say this. I'm excited about your book. I want people to go and look at your work. It's exquisite. Your work is exquisite. And it was lovely meeting you in person. Like, I've known the name, I've seen the work, and to have met you, it was like, oh my God, this is the star. And Nadia loves you. Nadia loves you, and we love Nadia. So I thank you so much for the opportunity to talk about how you run your business, who you are, the man behind the brand, and the creativity that everybody gets to see and enjoy. So how do our readers get an appointment with you, so that they can get a consultation, hire you for certain? Of course, you do it all over the world, correct?
Yes, correct. Yes, yes. Well, you can reach out to me to my website, or to Instagram. Nowadays, we all DM each other, right? I get so time changes. So my gosh, yes, and we have to keep up with time. So yes, you can reach out to me through my website, tomasdebruyne.com, right? Thomas without H, De Bruyne in one word. You can also visit my website about the book, The Art of Design.be, as being Belgian. And basically that's it. And of course, I'm on Instagram. It's Tomas De Bruyne, one word, at Tomas De Bruyne, and that's it.
So can you tell us the event that you're doing in April? It's the tabletop with RSVP, correct?
Yes, but the launch, it's only RSVP members.
Yes.
So yes, that's a little bit, so not everybody can come.
Right.
But I do know, yes, it's in collaboration with RSVP and Table Design Exposition.
Yes.
That's on the 11th, and on the 12th, there will be the Gala Awards. That will be done in the, oh my gosh, in the beautiful new Rosewood Hotel in London. So that will be fantastic. And I'm working with fantastic people, wives from production companies. I am so lucky to work with Charlotte from Lafayette. She's an amazing event planner.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, she is. She's amazing. And of course, and James from RCP is supporting me. So yes, we're surrounded with good spirits. Let's say it like this.
You attract good spirits because
I love good spirits. Maybe that's why I attracted them.
Yeah. Yeah, you attract who you are. So congratulations.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah, we're really excited about everything that you're doing, and we're going to keep following you. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for the interview.
Absolutely. Everyone, and there you have it, Tomas. And I guarantee you he's worth investing in. Please follow him and on all the social media platform. You're going to see his name down below. And please follow us and continue to read the magazine and get a full story. So until the next time, à tout à l'heure. Bye bye.
Bye.